Midterm election day is tomorrow across America. About 32 million voters have already cast their ballots, which means county election offices, like the one here in Sacramento County, have been working overtime to process what's already been turned in and prepare for tomorrow. Sacramento County's Jana Haynes with me now live in the waning hours of this election cycle. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tomorrow's kind of like your Super Bowl. Where do we stand with preps in the county?
So we are busy working hard. We have processed nearly 200,000 ballots already, but we got quite the mail haul over the weekend. So we are busy processing those as well. And those aren't included in that nearly 200,000 K number. And we expect a lot of voter turnout behavior over the next 2 days and then in the mail in the following days after election.
So when it compares to the last time we had a midterm, how is this stacking up so far? You said 200,000 that you've processed already and then a big haul over the weekend. Is this normal? Is this more than normal?
We're trailing slightly behind where we were at this time in 2018, but we do have voters that we know are going to wait until the last minute. So I expect that we will eventually surpass our voter turnout from 2018. But we really hope that people are going to participate in these midterms. There's so many local contests and elected officials on the ballot that they really do impact your daily life.
Literally, since the 2020 presidential election and all of the unsubstantiated claims of widespread voter fraud perpetuated by former President Trump and his supporters, since then a lot of hostility and harassment has been visited upon election workers nationwide. The Federal Election Threats Task Force, just between July of last year and August of this year, has had 1,000 cases reported to it. These are situations that have had elected registrars and poll volunteers alike resigning or quitting or not signing up to help their counties run the process. Have threats or any harassment been a problem for the election staff here?
Fortunately, no, but we are certainly vigilant to the possibility that we could experience something like that today, tomorrow, or in the days that we're working to certify the election. And our staff safety and our workers' safety is of our utmost priority. And we hope that people participate in the process, but they do so safely and respectfully so that we don't have any issues like that.
Right after mail-in ballots went out, you and I visited about some irregularities that voters reported. Some in Elk Grove complained that they believe their ballots were stolen. There were other reports of stacks of ballots being found ditched in Wilton. What came of those situations as your office investigated, and have there been any other issues?
So it looks like they were pretty isolated issues. We obviously reissued ballots to those voters that did not receive theirs. You know, we had a similar issue of voter information guides that were dumped in bulk in Elk Grove. We were able to reissue those out into the mail system. And since then, we haven't had any additional complaints of ballots that have gone missing suspiciously. And so we really hope that everybody who intended to have a ballot this season has it. They're either have voted it or will be voting it, and so that everybody can have a voice in this election.
Alrighty. For those who do still doubt our election processes, watching the ballots come in and watching the count get started is one way they feel the integrity of the vote can be maintained. At this point, with 1 day to go, can you still sign up to watch? How many people have signed up already, and how does it work?
So we have guided tours on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and those will continue until we certify the election at the beginning of December. We absolutely invite people to come in and view the process. It is not only informative, but it's fascinating. And everyone who walks out of here having had a tour is feeling 100% more secure about the election process once they know what happens and they see everything that we have in place and how hard we're working. So we really encourage people to take advantage of those.
Now, you mentioned tours. Tomorrow, when ballots start coming in from the voting locations, are people allowed to watch that tomorrow night in some way?
So we don't have any scheduled tours. We do have the ability for observers to come in. Observing is a little bit different, where you come in and you stand and observe one particular process versus a tour that takes you through all of the different processes. We have our live stream up in our tabulation room so that people can see the actual ballot go through the machine that is going to count it. And that's up on our website at elections.saccounty.gov. And it's going 24/7 until the tabulation process is finished.
All righty. And then polls open tomorrow at what time?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. What is left to do? What do we need to remind voters about?
We need to remind voters that they can vote today if they want to avoid any potential lines tomorrow. We have 87 different vote centers that are open today, either until 5 or 6 p.m., depending on the business hours of the location. We have our 60 drop boxes for people that want to take advantage of that vote by mail ballot, but don't want to drop it back in the USPS mail. And tomorrow, everywhere is open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you're voting in person, you must be in line by 8 p.m. If you're dropping off at a ballot drop box, it has to be in that slot by 8 p.m. And if you're mailing it back tomorrow, make sure you know the last pickup of your mail sorter so that you do not miss the opportunity to have it postmarked by Election Day. That's the only way we can accept it.
Alrighty, lots of ways to make sure that your voice is heard without doubt. Thank you for coming in today to remind everybody how they can do that and make their voice heard. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you too.